Who wants to live forever? Who wants to live forever? Buzzing with these reels. I mean, look at it. You can actually, as if I don't drop the bloody thing, I can actually change the handles on each one. So rather than getting a new knob from CI4 Plus, you know, on here, why not just buy a Twinpower FD and put that on that, or put that on that, or that on that. Difference is though, these are one piece. That's a one piece, but it's a jointed, which puts play into the reel, which can be annoying if you're a finesse fisherman. Like these are finesse sort of reels in a way. I mean, there's plenty of other options you can have that are like half the price, if not less, especially this one. But what I like about them is this new long spool. I can change this spool onto that spool and that spool onto that spool. But that's more of an expensive spool because it's got, I think it's titanium coating, is it? I'm not sure, but I think it's some specialised coating. They really are good. They just make these Shimano reels, they make them even better every time. I've never felt something so smooth, especially this in this PG gear. I mean, it's so ultra slow, but it's just what you want. That's more my winter rod reel, this. Rod. But I need a new rod. That one's a bit damaged. That, I mean, I don't go for really expensive rods because I'm so clumsy, but I've always loved this sea bass rod from Shimano too. I mean, I'll put it right so you can actually see it properly. It's really good. The old version I preferred the best, which is here. Oh, it won't, but this was my original when I first got into fishing. 30 to 35, 40 quid. I remember spending £100 on a rod, didn't even catch a fish on it and it snapped because I'm so clumsy. So I don't go expensive on my rods. But I don't mind paying a little bit premium for some reels. Because if they ever get bored of them or want a new reel, I can always easily sell them. So they've always got a selling point. But this one here has a different sort of protection, what they call Core Protect, which is for the reels like this, sealed reels, modern age is good. And this is so light. This is feels heavy, especially when you spin this. It feels really heavy, and I'm not sure if it's the rotor, but then this is a metal rotor, which Shimano rarely does in a reel. Only the high-end ones, like the Stradics. I think this is the first time the Twinpower has. I may be wrong on that because Twinpower's been going for a long time, but well, these modern ones anyway, the thing, they're good. As you can see, I'm not the best at doing reels, but no one's doing any loads of reels. No one's doing any reels. No one's done any reels on this. I'm waiting for a certain guy to do it, which probably we all watch. The guy who takes them all apart and all that. He's the one who got me to buy, pretty much got me buying this. And you know what? He's right. It's an absolute tank. Compared to this is an absolute ultra light tank. This is like a smaller tank. This, I mean, I don't even know how they're going to get it in the future. How they're going to get the reels even better. I mean, that's why. Is it chunky up? Is that chunky up? That feels a lot heavier when you put that on that, which I wish I could do, but I've only got one pair of hands. I ain't got a stand. I suppose I could just do this. Go on, Stradic. Be my older. Come on, don't snap it. Don't be rushing. Yeah, this one I've got the Stradic FL. Stradic FL on the Twinpower. It fits perfect, but that feels so heavier. And it's going to be really hard to reel with one hand.
So, how does everything else compare? You have your forged aluminum that's been coated.
Keep it still.
I don't know, but Shimano likes to.
I'm so 40 in. Normally I swear a lot.
I have experienced.
So bloody is the. I don't know if that's swearing, but you don't know with these demonetizing now. This reel though, I did have a problem with it. As you can see, I wouldn't say the line is perfectly wrapped around, but like it's got that arch to it. So I had to keep removing the little tiny circle things, what I forgot what they're called now, because I'm on tape and tape. I'm on the bloody camera, so. But either way, I had to take the shims off. That's what they're called. I had to remove some shims off this one. And this one was perfect. I love the line. The line's good. That's a nano fill line, which I really like, and you can get some really good deals on it. This line on here is J-Braid, I think. Yeah, it's J-Braid. And on here it is also J-Braid, is it? Yeah. Possibly. Oh no, that's not J-Braid. That's J-Braid, Grand J-Braid, which is the hardest knot I've ever used on a line to do. It snaps every time. So someone on the other internet channel tried to give some advice with it, saying it was really good line, but every time I tie it, it snaps, and it don't even snap on the knot, it snaps above the knot. It's possible that I'm not the best at tying knots, but I got other people doing it and they said yeah. So I think tying braid to fluoro or mono would be best with this line. Cast wise it's really good, ticks all the boxes, it's ultra thin, but personally I prefer the standard J-Braid rather than the J-Braid Grand. Nano feels really good too, I like that. It's quite tough, it's sort of like a one strand sort of line, like a mono slash braid in a way. These have got X Protect, like I was saying about Core Protect. These have X Protect, which is like a maze, which you're probably all familiar with if you've been watching the videos I have. They're very good. Imagine that, a CI4 Plus, even though it's not made out of CI4 Plus, but that can be attached to that. It's like musical parts. Or like Star Wars, as someone may say. I've been waiting for him to do a review on this reel and he has not. So I thought I'll just go and buy it. You know what? I didn't even intend to buy that. I was trying to buy the Twinpower XD, but they sent me the wrong gear ratio, which is really good because I wanted a low gear ratio, and the wrong reel, the brand new 2020 reel. I paid what, $280 for it, and it's $370 in it. It just shows you how much money they actually make on a reel if you can make an easy mistake like that. It's like near enough, what, 80 quid, 90 pound. You know, I don't know what that is in dollars, $100. It's like, but, well, this is my first ever video, and it's hopefully going on YouTube, and hopefully the word bloody isn't banned or whatever, you know. I'm going to do some more videos, maybe on some Dio reels. I've had some really good deals on that. Some reels with that, like the CI4 Plus here, they have a thing called a Zion material, and I got a really good deal on a reel. They make lots, both companies make lots of reels which are not in the UK or USA market, but sometimes you can find these reels at really good prices. So I think on my next video I'm going to be doing more Daiwa. Both have, this has carbon fibre drag washer, so does this one. That has sheep fur. I don't know if the line lay looks good on all of them. That one's been wrapped by hand because it's not attached to a rod, so it's a bit trickier to do. But all is smooth. This has a Magnum light rotor, which makes it ultra smooth to feel. But I don't know if it's possible the gear ratio on this, because it's a really low gear ratio, so that wheel moves so slow that maybe it makes it feel. It feels like this. It feels like when you're reeling in, there's nothing on the end. Well, if you're using a light stuff, it feels like nothing. It's so smooth, too smooth actually. If that's even thing. Yeah. I actually prefer the feel of this. This is an extra gear, which is a lot faster, and you feel the thing. But this is my winter one. This is for summer or even winter, doesn't matter, but rather slower. And this is for my ultralight and possibly drop shotting, because it's an extra gear, so you can get out, getting in and out quicker. And you know, you can't go wrong with any of these reels. Yeah, I mean it was really cool, that one with that handle. I like that handle. This stuff on here, I've always thought, well, that looks like it'll, you know, feel like it'll break. It's so condensed. I do like it. It feels light. I just realised that. And this is a different material. I'm thinking this is heavier. So when this handle is on the original here, it feels heavier when you rotate it. Ultra smooth, all of them, but it just feels, if you're comparing between the three, it's ultra smooth. So I think I'm going to do some other videos, and hopefully you might like these videos, and they might be a lot better, because this one's a bit, you know, not as professional or great. Well, I'll see you hopefully on another video. Hopefully I'm going to go for Daiwa next, because I've got a couple of Daiwa reels. Not the latest ones out, but ones what you've probably not heard of. Well, for under 50 quid, you're getting mag seals, you're getting Zion material, you're getting this, you're getting that, you know. So stay tuned to the next video.